Well, this may be a relatively recent rivalry, but there's plenty of history behind it nonetheless. Two big beasts of the French game, battling over bragging rights and perhaps much more. This is Le Classique, and it is not for the faint-hearted. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. A grand old guard taking on a relatively new superpower, spiced up by history and culture of cities and people.
Well, two teams that are a lot further away than normal derbies, shall we say, but it's one of these games that you know will get fiery no matter what happens, as there are so many underlying factors, Peter, as to how this rivalry came into prominence. It's almost impossible not to when there's a political and economic edge to it all.
The action has already started. It'll be a throw-in. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That has ended up in no man's land.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's De Jong. Distributed tidily. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace, added to the infinite amount of trickery he has up his sleeve, are sure to cause any defence no shortage of headaches. He just needs a better final product at the top level.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument. Chance for a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Après 15 minutes de jeu, le numéro 5.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Opts for safety. Saliba. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Pinches it off him. Yamal. De Jong. And it's Tchouaméni. De Jong. He's free, he has got space. Oh, well played. Gravenberg. And Koundé. Nuno Mendes. It's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, that is a nice touch. And it's Pedri. Paris Saint-Germain are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Well, that looks a decent ball.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
That's tidy. Succumbs to the pressure. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
And here... Big chance! Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And he can clear it away. Pedri. Now it's Haaland. Can he latch on to this? Now it's Haaland. Haaland goes steaming forward.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Pedri. And it's Gravenberch. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. He's a shapes to shoot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short. Dembele. Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it. It's their second corner of the game. Dembele goes short.
Temps additionnel, 1
Turns and
minute.
goes back. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Diaz. And it's half-time here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Paris Saint-Germain really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Paris Saint-Germain are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. And we're off again. Oh, lovely bit of skill. There will be a throw-in. De Jong. Kerkez. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Mbappe. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. The ball is loose, and the chase is on. Rice. Chouameni.
Paris Saint-Germain have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Vinicius Junior picks it up out wide. Gabriel, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's found a way through. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Showing good feet. Opts to play it back. Pedri running with the ball. Mbappe! It's a loose ball. And it's Bellingham. Take back. Passes short and sharp. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe. Shot, surely! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
3-0, and he shoots! And that has left him in a heap. And he's had it nicked away. Bellingham did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Great vision. Vinicius Junior. This is good pressing. They're not short on bodies. The referee has given a corner. So, third corner of the game. Dembele plays it short. Dembele! And a chance! Superb from Dembele! A finish right from the top draw! It is no contest, it is a landslide. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Changement pour l'Olympique de Marseille. Le numéro 9, le numéro 21, le
We have
numéro
got
10,
changes here from
le
both
numéro
sides, in
41,
fact.
le numéro
Things
6,
looking so easy, almost too easy here.
le numéro
And
11,
things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one
le
went in.
numéro 22, le
And he's
numéro
forced to go
24.
back.
Changement.
Nuno Mendes. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that's another good win of the ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Aimed beyond the defence. Now the ball in. Good read, needed to be. Camavinga. Oh, good-looking ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And Gravenberg. And it's Camavinga. Kvaratskhelia. Good, strong midfield running here. Tchouaméni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Isak. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Diaz. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Tchouaméni really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That has not gone well. Driving forward. Diaz. Vlahovic. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's found support out wide.
That's good play from him.
That's good play. Knocks it into space.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Oh, the ball's gone astray. Diaz. He has found the way through. Turns back here, probably the best option. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Paris Saint-Germain really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling, and that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Dembele claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is... So here we are, the match that many consider to be French football's ultimate game. PSG against Marseille is a contest of contrasts. Nouveau riche against the old guard, you might even say. Whatever the background, however, the personnel on the pitch and the passion in the stands should ensure that this is a cracker. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So here we go then, with two clubs who have had such a large share of success in French football in the recent past, but whose roots could barely be any more different.
Well, two teams that are a lot further away than normal derbies, shall we say, but it's one of these games that you know will get fiery no matter what happens, as there are so many underlying factors, Peter, as to how this rivalry came into prominence. It's almost impossible not to when there's a political and economic edge to it all.
We have already started here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part of any field. He will always find a way of standing out because of his beautiful, beautiful passing.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Now it's Mbappe, played out to the left flank. He's picked his way through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Pedri. Bellingham. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Diaz. And he's on a charge. Well, that is one way to stop him. And he's lost his man here. And here's Vinicius Junior. He might be in here. Gravenberg. Oh, easy pickings there.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Gravenberg. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Bellingham. Guardiola. Haaland might just make this. Oh, super ball! And he's got the beating of his man. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ruben Diaz did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Nuno Mendes. It's Pedri. Now it's Haaland.
Marseille really have decided to turn to the long ball. That's very obvious now.
And how did they go about making that work?
Well, they can't neglect accuracy, and it can turn that opposition defence into facing its own goal, which so often can cause problems.
Van de Ven. Picked out brilliantly. Plenty to aim. Tries a shot! Goal! Marseille! Marseille have the lead. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Marseille have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Into the channel. And the ball is out of play. Diaz going full tilt down the left. He's on it, can he get away? He's found some space. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Oh, the defence And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Here we go again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rice did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's in on goal! He's had a shot! Yes, it's there! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Paris Saint-Germain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Diaz. Bellingham under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Frimpong picks it up out wide.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Now it's Diaz. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Just about up to the hour now. And he's intervened well there. Tries to play it through. Diaz. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That's an imaginative pass. And he's picked out the run. And it's Frimpong. Oh, that is a nice touch. And the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
He has a look up. Van der Ven gets rid without sophistication. Bellingham. Hakimi. Diaz.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
And it's Dembele. Dembele. There he goes, motoring forward. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Just eases him off the ball. And here's Isak. Frimpong gets across to intercept that. Could move up a gear here. Bellingham.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Frimpong making good progress on the right-hand side. Out for a throw.
Changement pour l'Olympique de Marseille. Le numéro 14, le numéro 41, le numéro 7, le
It's a
numéro
good spell of
10,
possession, this.
le numéro 19,
And it's Camavinga.
le numéro 17, le numéro 22, le numéro
Frimpong.
13, le numéro 4, le numéro 23. Changement.
Palmer. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
Paris Saint-Germain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
He's being urged to shoot. Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Dembele with the short one. Engages and forces him off the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. That pass isn't the
Il y aura
best.
2 minutes de temps additionnel.
And back to the keeper they go.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He is through here. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, right place, right time. Ruben Dias. And time is up. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one
So here we are, the match that many consider to be French football's ultimate game. PSG against Marseille is a contest of contrasts. Nouveau riche against the old guard, you might even say. Whatever the background, however, the personnel on the pitch and the passion in the stands should ensure that this is a cracker. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. A grand old guard taking on a relatively new superpower, spiced up by history and culture of cities and people.
Well, two teams that are a lot further away than normal derbies, shall we say, but it's one of these games that you know will get fiery no matter what happens, as there are so many underlying factors, Peter, as to how this rivalry came into prominence. It's almost impossible not to when there's a political and economic edge to it all.
But as you can see, we've already started here. And here's Isak. No way through. Haaland. And here's Yamal. And that's a good ball. Van der Ven plays it long. Looking for the run. Good ball, good take. Oh, what a stop. Had to be at his very best. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Mbappe! Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pedri. And here's Vinicius Junior. And it's Mendes. Mbappe! Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, the inclusion of this fella, Mickey van der Ven, is probably an indication that the boss wants to play out from the back. I mean, we all talk about how brilliant his recovery pace is when it comes to defending, but he's actually quite tasty on the ball too, particularly with his long-range passing, and he loves those diagonals at times, and he's one to watch out for.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Bellingham. And the finish! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Vardiol. Almost half an hour in now. That's a good ball out wide. And it's Pedri.
That was lovely, that.
Real chance! Same again, same outcome.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Yamal. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Haaland. Tchouaméni. Now it's Tchouaméni, and he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's quick to get it clear again. Looking for options for movement. anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Vinicius Junior. That's a good run down the left. Rice is the guilty party there. Van de Ven. Now Saliba. And here's Dembele. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Pedri. Bellingham. Driving on and making good progress. Showing good feet. He's in a great position here. And it's half-time here. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Some first-half thoughts?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So, no breakthrough from... Great chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Guardiola. Marseille deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. Chance, surely! Goal!
And now it's all about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset, a bold approach. The skipper set the example. It's up to his teammates now to follow.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Now it's Mbappe. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And now he has two. Paris Saint-Germain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Diaz shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Tries a shot! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence and the agility. Wasn't too far off either.
Chouameni. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Bellingham being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Picked out brilliantly. There's the shot!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And no, that was never going to make it. Pedri, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Diaz. That is good strength. Mbappe on 2 now and looking for 3. Pedri. Looking to play him in. Bellingham. And he's in on takes a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. No, he's not getting his way this time. Gravenberg. Bellingham.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Can he get it through? That has been cut short. Rice. And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Isak.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior goes on a charge down the left. No, again there's no way through. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Dembele, who's set up 1 goal so far. Frimpong engages and forces him off the ball. Guardiola. Can he finish? It's off target and by quite a way. Yamal. And he has been fouled there. Ruben Diaz. And it's Tchouaméni.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Gravenberg. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. There's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that was vital. Now that looks a decent ball. And that will be the final act. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Eh bien, cette défaite fait mal.
Well, this may be a relatively recent rivalry, but there's plenty of history behind it nonetheless. Two big beasts of the French game, battling over bragging rights, and perhaps much more. This is Le Classique, and it is not for the faint-hearted. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So here we go then, with two clubs who have had such a large share of success in French football in the recent past, but whose roots could barely be any more different.
Well, two teams that are a lot further away than...
And he shoots! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Paris Saint-Germain penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Shoots! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter.
I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Bellingham. Oh, it's Dembele. And here's Bellingham. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, they've got it again. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Mbappe. Is there any support? He might not need it. Nicely spread. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Diaz gets into a good position. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Frimpong. Palmer does really well there, strong defending. And they're back on the ball again, and it's Dembele. Frimpong. Vinicius Junior. Shot a goal! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they're back in front. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Bellingham. He's in a great position here. Goes for a shot!
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Dembele goes short. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Palmer. And it's Rice. Van de Ven. Now Saliba. Nuno Mendes. Vinicius Junior. Pedri. Can he latch on to this? And he's managed to get free. He's come in hard. Ruben Dias did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Chouameni, Rice, Yamal, Hakimi in acres of space out wide. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Paris Saint-Germain heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Oh, it's Dembele. Foot in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Palmer. Hakimi. Now it's Haaland. Good ball, good take. And the finish! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Yeah, it's only natural if you consider what a great header of the ball he is.
Now it's Diaz. Yamal. Oh, such a clever touch. And it's Rice. Oh, it's Dembele. Chance here to counter. And that could set him on his way. Now this could be a chance. He's Vinicius Junior, and it's come back out to him. It's in. And look what it means to... And the half-time whistle goes.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Paris Saint-Germain head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. So we're just settling back into this second half. Now it's Yamal. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Oh, good spread. Marseille do have a chance to counter here. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Forward it goes.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Frimpong. Frimpong drives forward on the overlap. Oh, that's nice. Pedri. Oh, it's Dembele. Hakimi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's picked his way through.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Dembele stood his ground strongly. Chouameni. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Picked out, big chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Yamal. He's found a way past. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Nuno Mendes. Van de Ven. Frimpong, given the lift of his goal. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Haaland aims beyond the defence. He's in plenty of space here. Nice control. He's on it, can he get away? Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's made its way to him. Mbappe is flagged offside.
Changement pour l'Olympique de Marseille. Le numéro
We
10.
have got changes here
Le
from
numéro
both sides,
7.
in fact.
Le numéro 9. Le numéro 22. Le numéro 19. À leur place, le numéro 4. Le numéro 11. Le numéro 14.
Now, what
Le
about a
numéro
counter-attack?
23. Le numéro 87.
Camavinga.
Changement en cours.
And it's Camavinga. Now Mbappe. Oh, it's Dembele. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Out to the left it goes. Marseille can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And here's Vlahovic. Gives it back. Hakimi gets into some space. And it's Neves. And that has left him in a heap. Rice really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And the shot! Rice.
There's no respite if you're being chased down like this.
Saka looks to get on the end of this. Oh, Red, nice interception. Kvaratskhelia. Gravenberg. Now it's Mbappe. João Neves. Now it's Vlahovic. Barella. Vlahovic. Chance! Yes, it's there! With so little time left. Grandstand finish. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Marseille give themselves a chance of a fair... And that's that. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. The end of the game. Reflections? So here we are, the match that many consider to be French football's ultimate game. PSG against Marseille is a contest of contrasts. Nouveau riche against the old guard, you might even say. Whatever the background, however, the personnel on the pitch and the passion in the stands should ensure that this is a cracker. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
A grand old guard taking on...
There's the shot! Goal! Marseille! What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Now it's Mbappe. Shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Dembele with the short one. Pinches it off him. Marseille are looking to go forward now. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again...
Oh, what's he done? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Paris Saint-Germain, après 11 minutes de jeu par le numéro 10.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Pedri. Gravenberg. Good ball, good take. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Camavinga. It's Pedri. Quarter of an hour played. That's a super give and go. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe. Bellingham! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Paris Saint-Germain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause...
Big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. Dembele plays it short. And it's made its way to... And a chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Rice. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Laid back in. Hakimi finds himself offside. Saliba. Camavinga. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, what a mistake! And that's a good ball. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Van der Ven makes the interception. Bellingham, that's a delicate pass. And the shot! And that is wildly off target.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Now it's Diaz. Now it's Barella. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Gravenberg. That's really well manoeuvred. Now this could be a chance. Oh, that's neat. Opts to play it back. Oh, that's a very real chance! And he hits the net! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Après 38 minutes de jeu,
Paris Saint-Germain take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he's gone backward here.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Played into space out wide. Camavinga going full tilt down the left. Now it's Yamal. He's got away. Nice bit of trickery. Diaz! Diaz! This possibly the last play of the half. Pedri. And the first half is done.
Paris Saint-Germain are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Paris Saint-Germain head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. And we are back on the way. And it's Bellingham. Pedri. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Yamal. Saliba. And it's Camavinga. Pedri. It's Bellingham. Pedri. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Tries to play it through. Camavinga. Bellingham looking to add to his goal. Koundé. Now Saliba. More and more pressure on the ball here. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, it's Dembele. And here's Vinicius Junior. It's played through for him. Pedri. And it's Gravenberch. In with the challenge. Hakimi takes control of it and he's on the move. Diaz. And it's Kirkes. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Camavinga. Not the most accurate pass. Barella. Rice. Chouameni. And it's Barella. Now, can they get him away? And that is expertly dealt with. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And Koundé. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Chooses to go crossfield. Vinicius Junior. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's picked his way through. And the shot! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So now the difference is 3. Oh, nicely intercepted. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, it's Dembele. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Can he get on the edge? Chance for a shot! So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. He's having a shot! No mistake! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. Paris Saint-Germain are having a ball here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, it's a great ball here. Can he finish? It's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When
It's Dembele! Oh, the ball's run loose here. So their fourth corner of the game. Dembele goes short. That is a brilliant interception. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, it's Dembele. Bellingham. And he's had a hit. It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? Shot could this time, surely. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Diaz. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So
Temps
good from him.
additionnel, 3 minutes.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Pedri.
This is the time you need that pace.
Threads one in. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, he's been flattened there. Kirkes. And there goes the final whistle. Paris Saint-Germain have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.